Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour. For the market, we're currently seeing around a 60-point cuts. We have moved up a little bit right now. It is the Nifty Bank where you're seeing quite a recovery once again. So it's just around 20 points lower right now on the Nifty Bank. The likes of ICICI, you have Axis, Kotak, which have all moved up a little bit right now. But Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank is one which is in focus right now. It's seen quite a subdued listing on the exchanges. The lender's shares listed at around a 3% discount to the offer price. Abhishek is here with more on that. Abhishek.
Well, a quick SWOT analysis on Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. The strength is that they are adequately capitalized and they have healthy return ratios due to higher names. However, on the flip side, or the weakness is that there are outstanding legal issues to around 38% of the equity. The stressed assets are more than 45% of the loans, with 3.24% of the loans under SARFAESI. Debt recovery has been initiated for close to 10.8% of the loans, and 30.7% of the loans are under moratorium. Gross NPA ratio is at 1.7%. Many instances are there of whistleblower complaints which can work against the company, and some of the corporate accounts are untraceable. There are no opportunities that I could find for the bank. However, the threats are that there is employee union, and we have seen regional concentrated banks having an issue with employee unions. And talking about regional concentration, 75% of the loans are in the state of Tamil Nadu. Gross NPA has only improved ahead of IPO, and there are issues in ownerships as well. Back to you.
Okay, I mean, so a lot of issues as far as shareholding, etc. is concerned. But now it's part of the public market. So let's speak with Mr. S. Krishnan, Managing Director at Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, who's joining us to take some questions. Mr. Krishnan, great to have you with us here. Thank you very much for your time. Prashant this side, and congratulations, first of all, from all of us on the listing.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
So we understand you've just taken over as MD recently?
Yes, Mr. Prashant, I will just give you a brief. I took over as the MD and CEO of the bank on technically on the 4th of this month, and the 5th the IPO was opened.
Right.
To give you a brief, I was earlier the Managing Director and CEO of the Punjab National Bank, and was the Executive Director of Canara and Syndicate, having about 4 decades of the experience in the banking industry. Having said that, this Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank is basically a financially sound and strong
Mr. Krishnan,
private
sorry.
sector bank with 100 years of...
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. What?
with 100...
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yes.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to understand...
You can go ahead.
Yeah. No, some of the issues which my colleague, I don't know if you heard, Abhishek also highlighted, right? A lot of the shareholding is under dispute. Could you provide us with some perspective? What is the shareholding like right now, and what is the dispute, and what implications, if any, does that have on the business and how it's run?
No, I can tell that these issues are not of the latest one. These are pending in the different courts of law. They are sub judice, which has been very well said in the DRHP. But having said that, it has never affected the business of the bank. The business of the bank was going as usual, and it has never affected. This has to be resolved in these are pending, as I said, in the different courts of law. That has to be, but that has nothing with the business of the bank.
No,
the
Mr.
business
Krishnan,
of the bank is going ahead, and it will be going ahead.
No, it's some 37% of the shareholding has got some legal issues, right? So when the ownership itself is being disputed and there are issues, wouldn't that affect which direction the bank should take, how it should be run? It's very real,
it
isn't
will not be, because see, I will just tell you that there is no individual person who can be claimed as a promoter.
Yes.
That is what, based on the shareholding, we have said that there is no specific promoter as of now. And this is a professionally managed company. So whatever be the disputes, this is subject to the courts. And I do not foresee anything which will have adverse on the functioning of the bank.
Okay, you're saying, what about loans themselves? I mean, there is a lot of the loans are seeing stress, right? I mean, the shareholding is one thing, But
No,
yeah.
I will give you a clarification, or I will just explain that I was hearing the observation of the analysts that there are large number of stressed book. But if you look into what is my slippages and what is really going, what is my credit cost, they are very, very less. In fact, I can say with proud that this bank slippages are very less, and it is not that the gross NPA has come down just before the IPO. If we look into the gross NPA, it has been consistently coming down, and it is now at 1.69 as on March 22, and the net NPA at 0.95. So this is not just net NPA, consistently over the period has come down. The bank has been focusing, there was also observation on the corporate books. Let me tell that out of the total loan book, 88% of my loan book is of the RAM and only about 12% are of the corporate. The RAM is one where I have a strong foothold.
Some 40,
my recovery
some 40%
is good.
of
My
the book
underwriting
is
standards.
right, Mr. Krishnan. Some 40% of the book is under moratorium.
No, it will not be. Of course, right now I do not have the numbers. I can come back to you with the exact numbers of the percentage of the moratorium. What I am telling is, if I look into my recovery history, my recovery history shows that it is they are not slipping. The moratorium might have been given during the COVID time, as per the eligibility might have been given. But if I look into my recovery, the recovery is good. It never slips. So nothing to worry. I will be coming back again maybe after the quarter results. I will be coming back to the street, and wherein I will be able to give you a better picture on the numbers. As I said, I just took charge a week back. Nevertheless, I have gone through the papers that the recovery is good. There is no slippage, nothing to worry.
Good morning, Mr. Krishnan, and thanks for joining us. This is Pavitra. You know, on the gross NPAs, I think what my colleague was referring
good
to,
morning, Pavitra.
Yes, was that, you know, during FY20, FY21, we saw around 1,000 crores. And then in FY22, ahead of the IPO, you did see, you know, it dropped to almost half of that amount. So that is what we're referring to on the asset quality. But also in your...
Okay.
Yes, on your RHP as well, you're mentioning that there are some corporate accounts which are untraceable. Can you tell us, A, what is the quantum of these, and do you have any clarity since that level? Do you know how many of these accounts are still untraceable?
See, right now I will not be able to give the data because I will come back to you with a quantum of how many of the corporates are untraceable. But I only look into the overall my loan book and what is my today the NPA and how much, see, as an investor, as a stakeholder, will it have any impact? So going forward, if I look into that today, my provision coverage ratio is around 88%. That is one of the best in the industry. Keeping that in mind, and also that only 12% of my loan book is of the corporate, so I don't foresee anything. Rather, I foresee positively to the investors where I will be having a good write back of the provisions.
You know, Mr. Krishnan, usually the person running a company, when the company IPO, stays on, right? There's continuity, and you're a public company now. Is this not a little peculiar?
Yes.
This change in management? Right in the middle of the, not even the middle.
No, it is not peculiar. It is not peculiar. See, I will just give you a brief background of this. The bank has been taking efforts for listing over the period, and my predecessor term was already decided. It was expiring on 3rd of September, and I will be staying. Now the RBI has given the approval for a 3-year term for me. And there will be a continuity, and if you look into that, my predecessor still even today is available with me here, so that there will be a good transition. Of course, I took charge on 4th, there was no break. This was a coincidence, nothing else.
Coincidence, nothing else. Got that. We leave it there for now, Mr. Krishnan, and I guess we can speak a little later once you are once you've gone through all the numbers.
Absolutely. It will be my pleasure to again speak with you.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. And I think we can have a more number-focused discussion the next time you were on. Thank you very much once again. Maybe around the time of the quarterly earnings release.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Regular occurrence. Thank you. Well, that's Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank with some idea, some sort of perspective. That's a new managing director of the bank who's just taken charge. I mean, a few days old at the bank. Talking to us about what he sees as the business. Pretty positive. Provision coverage ratio, etc., is high. The legal implications of all this dispute with regards to shareholding should not have an impact on the business per se, etc. Tamil Nadu focused, of course, is how the book is, but that is expected to change as well. The market has recovered sharply. I mean, we're up about 40 points from the day's low. So we're down 80. We were down about 120, 130 odd points. So this is happening here. 17,922 is where the index is at right now. Over the last 10-15 minute odd bounce is what this is. We'll take a quick commercial break here. We'll come back more on markets when we return on the other side.